property tax debate ends up being a study in misdirection. We ask how much, they scream police, cuts. We ask to see the spending, and they yell fire, department. We ask for a straight answer, and they ring the school bell and yell bully. Once we get past the smoke, flashing lights, and guilt trip, we keep being reminded that there is a difference between a truthful answer and an honorable one.
Well, I can tell you the police department, the deputies for the unincorporated Brevard County, which was the one that everybody was so fearful that we'd be laying off 38 deputies. Do you realize that the salaries we pay to the road deputies is just under 1% of our total budget? And the salaries that we pay to the firefighters, just the firefighters, is just over 2% of our total budget. We could give them a 100% pay increase and still be just fine. Every single time I tell the county that we need to decrease spending, they tell me we're going to cut law enforcement and firefighters.
Oh, they're going to take the libraries away, and we're against the fire department and we're against the law enforcement. That is absolutely 100% false. We are for the law enforcement. We need their services, but we need for this county to cut the spending.
I think there are a lot of places that we can look to cut spending.
32% of property taxes go for pensions and benefits.
That's outrageous. We're paying for their retirement.
Currently, Brevard County employees receive 11 holidays every year. We receive 12 vacation days and 12 sick leave days. Now think about it. That is 24 days off in addition to holidays every year. If you don't use those leave days, if you do not use your vacation days year after year, those accrue, and those get paid out to you at the end of whatever your employment term is, assuming you live on good terms. All right? Compare that to the private sector. I don't know of any other job out there that has these type of benefits, and these benefits only increase. Those 12 vacation days, that increases after 5 years. Those sick leave days, the 12 sick leave days, those increase after 5 years. Since 2008, I have recommended to the county government that we cut those 24 days off, the 12 vacation days and the 12 sick days, down to 18. We will still be very comparable out to the private sector. Nobody can complain, and I can tell you, nobody's going to walk off the job because we cut their benefits. That's what we need to do.
It's far more generous than any commercial company that I'm aware of. It's absurd.
Most people don't use up all of their vacation pay. They save it, they accrue it. Why? You save it for a rainy day. I understand that. But at some point, just like corporate America, we've got to cut it off and say use it or lose it. You have to use it within a 2-year time frame. We let somebody go about 2.5 years ago, and it cost us, in addition to their salary, it cost us probably another $150,000, $170,000 when they left to pay out all of their unused leave. So that's very expensive. Rarely do you see somebody trying to get out of a government sector job. Why? Because of our salary and benefits. So what I'm saying is, if we do not cut pension benefits and vacation pay, holiday pay, all of the extra funds that we receive for health insurance,
we go to supporting their pensions, all their expenses, their salaries, and this is what we're up in arms about. You can't keep increasing the size of government, as they say in the federal government, the state government, the local government. We're out of money, and we got to fight it. That's all we can. We don't have any more money.
If we don't do something about pension and pension reform, we're going to fall the same way as Greece and General Motors. They do not have enough revenue coming in to cover all of the financial responsibility.
I can tell you in general, right, a defined benefit plan I think is obsolete now. You can't go anywhere in the private sector and get a defined benefit pension plan. So just at the highest level, I think the government needs to compete in the marketplace, basically. It used to be if you worked for the government, you drew a lower salary, but you had the great benefit package. Now they have a salary that's in excess of what the private sector folks make, and they've got the defined benefit plan.
When county commissioners tell you that they've cut the budget $310 million in the last 3 years, I'll tell you last year we increased spending by almost $40 million. That's the magic of numbers. We can pick and choose what information we share with you in complete deception, but in complete honesty. We did cut the budget. If I cut my vacation budget from $10,000 to $5,000, I cut it 50%. All the while, I'm spending twice as much on my next vacation. That's the confusing part to most people.
But it is not. It's a tax increase. They're raising our millage. That is a tax increase.
This is how county governments can misdirect you or mislead you based on information. I stated a fact. All property tax rates for every single constituent were going up by 14%. Counter statement, 88% of the people will have a lower tax bill. So what? That's not the point. The point is 100% of the people will be paying more in taxes than they would pay if we didn't raise your rate. When somebody tells you that 88% of the people will have a lower tax bill, they're being disingenuous. They're not sharing all the facts. They're sharing what they want you to know, not what you need to know. What you need to know is your property tax rate is increasing 14.5%, whether you like it or not. So when you're looking at your tax bill, look at that column all the way over to the right. That would be about 9% less than the number you see there if we didn't raise the tax rate. That's what I'm trying to get people to look at. Also, you look at the back of your property tax bill, where the property appraiser has listed how much your property value has dropped in the last 5 years since 2007. Now, how much have your property taxes declined since 2007? Is it that 50% drop that you saw in your property value? I'm venturing a guess, no. I don't think that your property taxes have dropped 50% since 2007.
The county, the city, the country's broke, the state's broke, the county, everybody's broke, but they keep wanting to validate their existence by keeping these budgets that they brought up during good times, and now in bad times they should be reducing it.